Today I'm going to talk about all of the great things that exercise does for your mood and your happiness. So here we go.
So be the change. And if you don't want to be the change, you're not ready to be the change, then stop complaining.
Good morning. Oh, it's not the morning for you, is it? Probably not. What time is it for you? Actually, I don't know, because who knows if you even listen to this right after it gets posted. I don't care. It's about kind of a little bit the morning for me. It's like 11:45. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm in a terrible mood. I'm in a terrible, terrible mood for a number of reasons. And I kind of just want to tell everybody off right now. And I want to be really negative and angry and prickly and say shitty things. And because I feel that way, I'm going to do exactly the opposite. And talk about good things. We're going to talk about good, happy, positive things. Ugh. God, life is pain. Life sucks and then you die. Just kidding. Not really kidding, but kind of kidding. Well, happy Tuesday. So, okay, I'm going to not talk. See, I'm already starting. I'm already starting being an asshole. Okay, I'm not going to be an asshole, though. I'm going to talk about good things. I'm going to talk about good things today. And the good things I'm going to talk about. Oh, I was going to say, I know why I'm in a bad mood. One of the reasons I'm in a bad mood. And that is because I didn't get to work out at all this entire last week. Monday through, today is Sunday. So Monday through this Sunday, I have not gotten to work out. And the reason is because a friend of mine at work, their car stopped working. So I had to drive. I live south of work and they live north of work. So I had to drive an extra 45 minutes past work to pick them up, to drive 45 minutes back down to work, to go to work, and then 45 minutes up to drop them off, and then and then an hour and 45 minutes back home. Anyways, basically, I've been getting up at 3:50, and then getting home around 8. So, no time to work out because sleep is way more important with this job. So I haven't gotten to work out. And exercise does really good things for, your mood, which is what I'm going to talk about today. Oh my God. So look at that beautiful, perfect, smooth little segue. Okay. So today I'm going to talk about all of the great things that exercise does for your mood and your happiness. So here we go. When you exercise, so you got these endorphins in your body, and when you exercise, your body releases more of those endorphins, which are happy hormones, and so they make your mood better. You feel happier. As a matter of fact, in as little as 5 minutes after a workout, you just feel better. It's amazing. If you've never worked out, you've probably never experienced this. But if you have ever worked out, if you've ever gone on a stupid little run, just for a little run, just a little run, and you finish, you feel better. You just, you feel lighter, you feel accomplished, you feel just happier. Just a little bit happier, a little bit brighter of a day. Oh, that's another reason I'm not in a good mood, because it's raining so much. There's a tropical storm going down right now. It's been raining for days. And so you can't see the sun, and the sun always makes me happy, so there's no sun right now. That also has an effect on your mood. What is that called? It's SAD, seasonal affective disorder. That's a thing. Have you ever heard of that? It's when I was living in Washington State is when I learned about it, because I was like, why the fuck am I depressed all the time? It's because when, how we just talked about sleep, so that whole melatonin and all that adenosine or whatever, your body is very confused because in the wintertime in Washington State, you don't see the fucking sun at all. It's cloudy and it's rainy all the fucking time. So you get seasonal affective disorder because you have too much melatonin and you're sleepy all the time and a little bit depressy. So there's things you could do for that, but that's not what we're talking about today. Anyways, what? Oh yeah, so exercise releases endorphins in your body, and that makes you a lot happier, which is great. So I cannot wait for next week because they got a new car, so I'll be able to go to the gym this week, which is good. And then I'll be happier. Yay. So that's one thing that happens. And then also, when you exercise, your sleep pattern gets back on track because, you're expending more energy. So, you get to sleep at a more reasonable time because you don't have as much energy that you did not expend. You're in a better mood, right? So when you're like a little bit depressy, you're really sleepy, right? So then you sleep more, so then you oversleep, so then you're tired all of the time. But when you exercise, then you have those endorphins, and so then you're happier, then you're not sleeping at weird times in the day, you're not sleeping too much. It naturally, like the byproduct is that your sleep schedule gets back on track, which is great. And then that also makes you happier because then you're not tired all the time. Woohoo! I think I even mentioned that the other day when I was saying like, I'm really happy that I'm working and stuff because like I have like a schedule and like I go to bed at this time and I wake up at this time and it's kind of like perfect because, it's a schedule. It's a schedule. My body is happy. My body's like, yes, this makes sense. It's predictable. We're happy. So that's another thing that happens when you exercise. And the other thing that happens when you exercise is you just have a wonderful feeling of accomplishment because like, oh my gosh, nobody can argue this. When you put in fucking energy and effort into working out, it kind of sucks while you're doing it, you don't really want to be doing it, but then you finish the workout and you're like, I just fucking did that shit. Wow, I'm awesome. When I was training people like in person, I haven't been training people in person in a very long time. Not a very long time, but like enough time. But when I was training people in person, every time we would finish a workout and they were sweating and dying and like a little bit hating me, completely understandable, no hard feelings, I would always tell them, look what we just did. And I would like repeat the exercise, the whole workout that we just did. Like, we just did that. We did that 3 fucking times. Or we did, 3 sets of that 10 fucking times. We did that. You did that with this much weight, bro. You just lifted this much weight. Do you know how fucking cool that? I would just like make it a point to show them how awesome it was what they just did. Even though they're huffing and puffing and sad and fucking angry at me or whatever, point out to them, how proud they should be of themselves. And then that always put them in a better mood. And what do you know? They came back the next week. So that's another thing that happens when you exercise. You feel good about yourself. I have this friend out here who they haven't been in the best place in life recently. And so every time I talk to them, they're always like super depressy and, sad, right? And complaining and just like bummed, just really bummed. And so I hadn't seen them for about maybe like 2 months at this point. Just saw them last night and they were smiling and they were so upbeat and happy. I'm like, why do you seem so much better? You seem so much better than last time I saw you. And turns out they've been going to the gym 3 days a week and they've been lifting and they've been like actually like crushing their workouts and they just feel better about themselves because they've been doing something to improve themselves, which is great. So that just more proves the point that when you work out, you feel better, you feel happier, your life gets better. Even if your life isn't getting better, like even if you still have fuck shit going on in your life, you have that moment of happiness after you've worked out because you just did something for you. You did something to make your internal life a little bit better. You know what I mean? So exercise is very good for that as well. But I think that the thing that probably deters people from working out. So here, okay, wait. I don't even know really how to segue into this, but I want to say this. Hold on. I'm gonna make it make it sound like real people words. Okay, so if you've never worked out, right? Or maybe like you've tried working out before, but you've fallen off, then you try again and you fall off, and you just have never really actually stuck to it or committed to it, right? Or you get like on a weird manic, like, I'm gonna do it this time, and you go to the grocery store and you buy a bunch of like like fruits and vegetables, and you're like, I'm gonna go on a juice fast, like I'm gonna get in shape, bah, but you don't actually go at it with a plan, and then you're like 2 days in, you're like, fuck this, never mind, and then you stop, right? Okay, basically just like not being consistent is what I'm trying to say. You're not really a consistent worker outer or exerciser, right? So you work out for a little bit and you feel really good, but you fall off and then you feel bad. And then the energy that it takes to start back up again, oh my God. I've done this before too. I've done this before because, life gets busy, right? Life gets busy, or, you get MS, or, you get kicked out of the Marine Corps, or I don't know. Some fuck shit happens in your life, and like suddenly exercise is like the fucking least of your worries. You got too much shit going on to fucking give a shit about that, right? But now, the storm has passed, and like life is a little bit normal. And you're like, okay, I think I can start, being a human again. And then you go back and like, you can't lift as much, or you can't run as fast. After the whole MS gate of 2018 or whatever year that was, I stopped working out for a second. Before that happened, before the storm happened, I was up to like 155 on squat, which was a lot for me being 120 pounds. So I was really excited about it. And then, I stopped working out because I was all depressy. And when I finally got back to it, I went back down. I squatted like 95 pounds the first day I ever tried to go back to doing squats. And I was pissed. So I was like, Jesus, fuck, I just lost so much progress. And I was so upset about it. But you just keep going, right? Like you kind of just got to like suck it up and accept that is the nature of the beast. And you just start working out again, and you put one foot in front of the other, and you keep going, and you regain, and it's fine. But that is not the point. My point is, when you stop working out, it is harder to start back up, right? Just like, emotionally and mentally, the motivation to start back up, knowing that you're going to be starting 10 steps behind where you got this last time, is very daunting. Very, very daunting. And so I understand this. But also, after those first couple workouts back, all of those happy emotions, they start coming back and you start feeling better about yourself. It's totally worth it. It's totally worth it. And if you've never worked out, dude, you have no idea. Do you know how fucking fast progress happens for a person who has never worked out? Ridiculously fast, because your body's not used to that at all. So it'll start dropping. Oh, it's also raining, by the way, right now. So if you hear that in the background, sorry, we're in the car. We can't escape. Deal with it. Okay. Anyways, for someone who has never worked out, your body's not used to it, right? So when you start working out, your body kind of freaks out for a second. It's like, holy shit, okay. So it spikes up your fucking metabolism real quick. You drop weight like super fast. You'll drop like a really weird amount of weight very quickly. You'll even get some like little muscle definition. You'll be like, oh my God, what is this? I have like biceps, wow, or triceps, wow. Like you see progress very, very quick initially. But then I think people start dropping off when their body kind of gets used to it and the progress slows down, it kind of steadies out, and it becomes a lot more gradual. People are like, oh, what's going on? I was losing this much weight per week and I'm only losing this much weight per week. Blah, it's not working. No, it's working. It's working. It's just not that initial gain. Those initial gains are fucking money. But then like regular gains, they're money, but they're not as much money. You know what I mean? So don't get, I'm trying to think of the word that I'm trying to think of. What? Don't get, I don't know what the word was. Don't get down about that. Don't lose motivation because of that. Okay? Fuck you. I don't know what I was trying to say. As you can tell, like I'm really not in a good mood. I'm sorry, because the episode is obviously depicting that very clearly. So you get a really lame episode this week. My bad. Totally my bad. But we all have our days and we're all humans, and unfortunately I am also a human having a bad day. So this is what you get this week. Sorry a little bit. You should exercise. I should exercise. so that I can be a happy babe again. But I'm currently not a happy babe. It's fine though. But if you exercise, you'll be happy. Yay. Growth is not linear. Let's just say that, okay? I'm not going to go into my personal life with you people, because you don't need all that and you don't fucking care. I know. I don't take it personal. I'm okay with it. It's fine. But I'm only going to say that growth is not linear. That is what is going on in my life. That's okay. I love you. I love you dearly. And I hope that you're having a very fucking happy Tuesday. I hope I'm having a very happy Tuesday. It's not Tuesday yet, but I hope that I do have a very happy Tuesday. And if you want to be on the show, that would be tight, because then I don't have to think of topics to come up with. I could just talk to you about you, and that would be great. So if you want to be on the show, you can totally contact me on any of the links on the Linktree link, linktr.ee/BTC fit. I'm so tired of saying that. Okay. Love you. See you next week.